this guy did it. I didn't feel it when he did it. About 3 hours after I got home.
Bruise?
No, this arm just started. Boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom.
People say that about the flu shot, but it's because they're putting, volume of.
Oh, so I think it's got to gauge the shot more so than.
Okay. I heard someone else talking about their arm hurting the next day after a flu shot.
Okay. Oh no, he said that might happen.
Let me introduce this real quick before you guys keep chatting. Okay, so as kind of a
I stand over here. Am I not in the?
Yeah, you're good, babe.
I think it comes out to about Rudy distance.
It was about a year ago.
Yeah, I remember.
So I figured we'd revisit it.
So, what's up, Gelatti family? Much love.
Yeah.
Have you heard about these new strains in Detroit? There's 3 new strains that are supposed to be like soup. One is called African Runt, White Runt.
I have not.
Like runt, like small
runts.
one in the litter.
Runts.
R-U-N-T-Z.
Yeah, and pink runts.
We've
and
had
another one
runts
called
before.
Grease Monkey. I'm gonna have some of all of them this weekend.
All right.
I'll have samples of them. I'm interested in this African runt is like.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Lontine says, "What's up?" He's interested to see. So, one of the things, I'll pass it around, just so everyone gets it. And I already got your joints already pre-rolled. Whoa!
Oh, look at you.
This one's for Rudy since this is smallest.
You're gonna have us spoiled because this is the last couple times now you've had us all set up like
Well,
this.
usually I roll my own joints. You know what I'm saying? And then we just kind of.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Yeah.
I feel real special when he rolls a joint for me and then
Back
tells me
in
to
the
lick it.
fucking
He
day.
says the white runs is pretty decent. He says, ready to hear opinion. If it's a good batch, it's supposed to be pretty fucking good. I'm pretty sure.
That's what I was told.
I'm pretty this.
Oh,
No,
what is
runts.
that?
No, the gelati.
I was talking about the runts.
Oh, well, this is the gelati. So
Yeah, it looks like gelati. It smells like gelati.
I think I was here for Gelatti. Was I in that one?
I have no idea. It was before we actually had our faces on it.
Okay. I think I might have been here for it.
All right, real quick, I'll announce this in the video. I'm gonna put a link in the fucking description. Click on the link, and it'll take you to the Facebook post that I posted in the group. If you can't see it there, then if you just go to the Cannabis Review Instagram, I'm pretty sure the link's in there too. You can find the pictures of this strain and any other.
Oh
strains.
yeah, it was 10 pictures.
Yeah, you can see a bunch of pictures. I took a bunch of pictures for everyone to see.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've gotten some criticisms about the fact that people are like, "Oh, I can't see the bud." It's like, well, I can't really show you the bud from this point of view, so I figured I would take. I have been taking pictures before, but I've actually I actually took the time to make something up so you can actually get to the link from the video.
So this is gelato we're smoking now?
Gelati.
Gelati, I'm sorry.
We need a producer. We need a dude on the other side of it that we say, hey, put a photo of this up, and he does.
Yeah,
like
well.
Rogan's got a producer. Everybody's got a producer.
Oh, Rogan's in trouble.
Rogan's in trouble.
What's your like?
Well, he's not really in trouble, but there's a controversy.
There's always a controversy.
You ever heard about this?
Uh-uh.
He made a joke in his stand-up routine about the Kardashians and what's her name? Sex change?
Yeah, Jenner. Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
No, Caitlyn. Yeah, Caitlyn.
Yeah, and they got all upset. And I didn't see the comment, but I saw the reaction afterwards. They're all upset. She said, "Well, I'll go on this show, but so and so."
Are they retired yet? They've been doing that show since I was a kid.
Is who retired?
The Kardashians.
Retired? There's no retiring.
Yeah.
I mean, how much money do you need?
As much as they can get.
They already have more money than anyone ever needs. Before they started.
You're right.
And you know what? They're a good barometer of our society. Here are a bunch of chicks. Now listen to me for a minute. Here are a bunch of chicks.
Sounds sexist.
Oh, listen to me. Here's a bunch of chicks that I'm not sure if they're white or what they are, but they're not black.
They're Persian.
And they embrace the booty that black guys like. Little teeny waist.
Most people like.
Well, no. There was a time white guys didn't like ass, period. Before your time. And they liked the girls with flat butts back in the 60s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but those big booties though, there's so much more taking up so much space in there. Like it's a tighter fit than those little tiny ones. They just look. It's deceiving.
Bullshit. So then they all, I think every last one of them have embraced black guys. Am I right?
Who? Oh,
The Kardashians.
yeah. I think they all dated a black guy. Yeah.
Yeah, or married to him, or had
Yeah.
babies by him,
Yeah,
one or the
something like
other.
that.
Ray J, Lamar
And
Odom.
none of them have any talent. They have one talent that they have.
What's her name is
The
supposed to
youngest
be
one is like
self-made.
yeah.
No, I said name a talent. How's she self-made? Her daddy was a millionaire. She was born. How's she self-made?
The same way Trump is.
She
I
designed
guess.
herself with a plastic surgeon. Self-made, baby. Isn't the youngest one though like a makeup mogul?
A billionaire.
Like
yeah.
made more money
That's
than
what
any
I'm
of
talking
them.
about.
Yeah.
She's a billionaire.
She's a
Started off
billionaire.
doing modeling when she was like 16 or something.
She became a billionaire in about 5 years.
So the whole modeling thing was probably just handed to her because of who she is, but all the rest of the decisions she made and shit she did was acumen. Was
Well, actually, you know who got them
was
over? You know who got them
drive.
over? That hotel bitch.
Paris.
Hilton.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are
she
definitely
started
a
it.
barometer of our society, though, because it shows what capitalism can do.
Hello. Yeah, it is. I'm in the middle of a show right now. Can you call? I'll call you back when the show's over. Okay. All right.
Watch the show.
I've been trying to get this guy's number for
You
the
do the
last
same thing during
month.
sex? I'm in the middle of an act right now. I'll call you back.
It depends. If I look at that number, it's a money number. Hell yeah, I do. Look at that. You can fuck anytime. You can't make money anytime.
When you're 72, you've been fucking for long enough.
Believe me, if I never had another piece of pussy in my
Something
life,
tells me I'll get to 72 and not be able to say that.
if I don't ever have another piece of pussy in my life, I'm good.
No, I it's
I
one
had
of
my
those,
share and more.
yeah.
Isn't the new age of sexual prime like 50s anyway? People are getting crazy in their 50s now.
Yeah, I mean, people. Did you get crazy in your 50s?
I was winding down. In
That's
my
when people
50s.
are getting like their divorce and shit and
Well, you
midlife
were
crisis.
when were you? Because you had like a 10-year relationship. What was that?
I had a
40?
13-year relationship and a 9-year relationship.
Was that early on?
Yeah.
Jumped into it hard?
I was with a white girl named Kathy for 9 years. She was from Nebraska.
That's a crazy name. You gotta stay away from the cat.
And then I was with a black girl named Linda, or we call her Cleo for short. I was with her for 13 years.
Linda is less letters than Cleo. No, they're the same.
Well, she was
Both five.
a waitress in a titty bar, so they don't give you a real name. They all have made up names, you know.
Okay. Alias was Cleo.
Yeah.
You always liked strip clubs.
Well, I worked in a strip club for about 4 years as a bouncer, so it's kind of in my blood,
All right.
you know. And then, you know, I worked security for a lot of different things like parties, naked parties, and all that kind of shit.
Naked parties.
Yeah, then I was a bodyguard. I was a bodyguard for what? About 2 years.
It's gotta be really easy to be a bodyguard for a party.
No,
Like, he doesn't
no.
have a gun.
No,
She doesn't have a gun.
No. Only the girls were naked. Only the girls were naked. But then I was with those
So when a fight
professional
breaks out, you just put a
strippers
naked girl in
that
the
were
pool.
that were going all around the world. I was with them for like 2 years. I was their bodyguard. We traveled all over the United States and Canada.
Did you drive and
And
shit
they-
too for him, or
No, we
just
no,
bodyguard?
we took trains and buses everywhere we went.
Hell yeah.
But then they went to
Trains
Guam and
buses.
Japan, but I didn't want to go there.
So I know a guy who he was basically a bodyguard, but he was the guy who would go with girls who were topless hosts. So a couple girls would be topless hosts at like a party where they're walking around topless serving champagne. But he was a dude who made sure like if they had a problem with somebody, he was there for them.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Couple places we went. We went to a place in Peoria, Illinois, and so at the end of the week, the girls were supposed to get paid. So the end of the week came, and the club owner didn't see me. I stayed away from that club for some particular reason. I stayed at the hotel. So they all come in crying. Oh, what's wrong with you guys? He won't pay us. Who won't pay you? The boss of the club. I said, I'll be back in about an hour. I got a cab, went over there, and I got out of the cab, and I stood and thought for a minute, now how am I going to get these girls money? Before I went in, you know? Then something told me, be the bad guy. Just be the fucking bad guy. So I went in with an attitude, cussing, pounding on the table. So I scared him into giving me the money for the girls, you know?
Yeah.
But the whole time I was like, because he had about 4 or 5 guys in the room with him, you know?
Yeah, what's he
Oh,
gonna
really?
do?
The whole
If they
time
do
I was...
something, they're gonna have to kill you.
The whole time I was like on the edge, but fuck it. I had already played my cards.
Yeah, for sure.
You already had to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be a fun job.
I'm about halfway
But
done
younger.
with this thing.
Yeah.
I think I got a judge of it.
Yep.
Since Rudy was talking, I mean, look at the ash. The ash is white as fuck. I'll give you that. It's a little disturbing how white it is. Nah, it's not that white. Anyways, let's let Rudy talk.
I'm really having a hard time with this one. The taste is kind of weird to me, but it's got some pepper to it. That's nice. I'm not buzzed yet, though. I'm not feeling anything yet.
Well, you're about halfway through a joint.
And
So
I wasn't
it wasn't a big joint I gave you.
Oh, yeah, but this is my normal size joint that I would roll for myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did it right then, you're saying.
Mhm. But I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to give it a 5.
With the benefit of the doubt, you gave it a 5?
It was almost a 4.
I think I know why. I'm going to go next. It's just sharp
Yes.
and slight pepper.
Yes.
In the beginning, it's hard to hit. Like when I first lit it, it took about a quarter of a joint to actually start get going before you actually started to actually taste the cannabis.
I noticed that too.
And I wonder if that's fucking hydro, because it has kind of a hydro taste. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of got that flavor. So I'm wondering if this, because again,
Are
depending
they
on
supposed to tell you if it's hydro, though?
no, who the fuck? No, they didn't even tell you who the fuck grows it. They just tell you it's cookies.
They just give you just what they need to tell you, and that's all.
It was grown at. Fuck, man, they made that really hard. Well, and I can see too. They have Jesus Christ. AEY Capital. Giant corporation, I'm assuming. Big fucking grow up.
Probably.
So, and again, I rolled up the smaller buds because I wanted you guys to see the bigger buds, because I grabbed 2 eighths.
Got you.
And there's probably about an eighth left. And I left the bigger buds so you guys could see them.
Yeah, thank you.
So these might actually be better than the little ones that I had, because a lot of them look like this.
We had good nugs.
That kind of like
Mm-hmm.
dense, like completely. So you can tell it almost looks like 2 different buds, and how dense and round one is compared to the fingery other one. So I'm almost half tempted to roll this bitch up myself.
Give it another shot.
Give it another poke.
What's your number?
I'm giving it a 5 because it's.
I don't understand why would you do that?
Because look,
You smoked it already. You know what it is.
No, but look, because I have had my own plants, let me write my 5, my own fucking plants, had one bud on it that tasted like it was fucking heaven sent.
Oh, okay.
And then the bud next to it,
Might be. Yeah.
no, it was garbage. It
Yeah.
tasted like there was no flavor. So again, I understand that
That's
if
a possibility.
and like
But
Dave had mentioned, it depends on what grower you get it from.
That's true. But usually when a bud is that mature and formed like that.
No, it's not what I mean. I'm just saying I rolled up all these little ones. The ones that look like this.
Oh, okay.
I didn't roll up any of the nice, fat, fingery,
Gotcha.
OG-looking buds.
So you think it might be a difference?
There might be a difference.
I did break a big one in half too because I wanted to take a good look at it. So one of those
Yeah, which
was
is this
broken
one.
in half.
Yeah, which is the one I was talking about, because it just doesn't look as... It looks
Yeah,
like...
but you know what? I'm down to this much of this joint here, and I'm not really that high.
I agree.
Okay, well, it's an 18
You wanna go
percenter,
next,
so...
Or,
yeah,
I'm right
cut.
with
Go
these
ahead.
guys. I'm feeling 5. Is
Oh, actually, Braden's
where I
already
feel.
talking.
Sorry.
That's all right.
But I always have a number that pops in my head, but sometimes when I talk it out, you guys alter my number. The number that pops in my head is 5. But when I smoke it, like, I'll keep hitting this. I smoke this joint all the way down, you know.
Well, a 5 you smoke.
It didn't taste bad. the taste was something. When you said pepper, I was like, okay, that's what pepper is, huh? 'Cause
Sharp.
The taste was something kind of, yeah. It was definitely there, though. You tasted it. But it was smooth the whole time. I coughed a couple times, but not really from the weed. I coughed because I've been smoking weed all day before, during, and after work.
Gotcha.
So, I guess
It was
Wow. All right, hold up.
5, but I'd be mad if I bought it.
Well, see, hold on.
You know what? I agree with you.
Dave says something. I got a comment saying, I bought some and was the most fire ever. Then I went back a month later, got more, it tasted like poop.
Wow.
So that's my point. I got 2 8s, and I'm telling you, 1/8 had these in it, and the other 1/8 was more of these.
Well, to me, it didn't taste like poop, Dave, but I'd be upset if I spent like normal money on it.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
this
it
is
should've been the cheaper stuff.
this is definitely expensive shit right here. This is 65 a fucking 1/8.
Really?
Yeah.
So I don't want to say where I get my weed from, but if I got this from that guy, I'd be upset at him.
For 60
Well,
bucks an
I
eighth,
wouldn't buy it.
you would be
again.
upset for the price you pay normally.
I wouldn't buy it again.
Well, I normally get better weed than that.
It'd be a
Yeah.
one-time shot for me.
Well, again, this is the second time we did it, and I think the first time,
I think it was better the first
I think it was better the first
It
time
was.
because I'm pretty sure we got 6s and 7s
Okay.
We did.
and stuff like that, and I'm probably gonna hit this and be like, oh fuck,
Well,
now I gotta
that's
roll
gonna
up the
give
rest
it
of
a
It's
it.
like it was-
I loved it. I
it was
saw
one
him
of the-
salivate.
It was one of the first ones
We
that
actually
everybody
liked.
did over
Yeah.
6 on.
Yep, that wasn't mine.
What are you going with, Cut?
Yeah, cut.
I think it
You gave it a
looks,
5, right?
5.
I think it looks pretty.
Do you think that's a 4 though? If I say I'd be mad if I bought it.
No,
Looked pretty.
No, no, no,
Smelled
no.
Pretty. Smoked
no,
okay.
it's Bud Light. If yes,
Yeah.
you can be mad if you bought a fucking $7 Bud Light.
Bud
But-
Light is right, because if you said you're giving me a 6-pack, I might be excited.
still
If you hand me
thinking
Bud
about
Light,
it?
I might be excited.
No, I mean, all right, so
Smoke come out of your ears
so,
and shit.
so
Totally
initially, I had it in my head that I was going to give it a 4, but I would give it a 5. But it's because there was 2 flavors to me. One that I liked, and then one that was like a little musky.
In
Like
the
you
same
guys
hit or
tasted
throughout
peppery,
the
but
smoking of the jet?
I got something a little musky that I was not particularly a fan
Fond
of.
of.
And knowing that it's top shelf, and granted, it looks pretty, and it's got a cool package.
It's definitely got a cool
But-
package. I'll give it that. They definitely got some marketing people that are amazing.
Yeah, that shouldn't count though. You shouldn't let that influence it.
But it wasn't like loud
for
when I
resale
smelled
value.
it, so, or
Actually,
you
See,
know,
this
when I
one's already
opened it
better.
up. So
That was already better.
I'm telling you, it's fucking better.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll up these other
Well, that's
two.
not cool.
Watch.
Do this again, replay.
But that's not
See if
cool.
it'll get us high.
It's not. But it's the truth. I'm,
I mean, you
I'm
need-
hitting this
you
and
need-
I'm like, it's actually, I can taste more of the pepper.
Really.
Yes. The first couple hits are actually enjoyable.
I'm trying to see if it smells
The
same.
musk isn't really there. I
Does
mean,
it
it's
smell the
there.
same?
The myrcene's definitely there. It definitely has a lot of myrcene in it. I assume. But if I tested this, I bet you they come up with different results. Which is going to happen on any plant. It can happen because if one light doesn't get the same, if one bud doesn't get the same light, it can cause issues. I mean, so cut, you gave it a 5?
yeah, I give it a 5.
So that's an easy score. 20, average of a 5.
First round, let's see what happens second round. Alright, since you all can roll your own fucking joints,
Sure.
So now I find out today, man. It's a friend of mine that lives about 4 blocks.
use
down
the small papers, be considerate of the person behind you because this is all we have.
All right. There's a guy that lives about 4 blocks from me. I've been knowing him for years. So I was out in the front yard today, and he was driving by, and he stopped, and we started talking.
Uh-huh.
And he says, you still trimming? I said, yeah. That's my job, dude. He says, I got work for you. I said, you got work for me. He says, yeah, I'm growing down the street. I'm like, it's not a lot. He's got 6 plants. So
That's
it's
cool.
Not a lot. But, hey,
To him,
still
it's a lot,
something,
though.
man.
Don't knock that shit out. To you,
Damn,
it ain't
there's a
nothing.
lot in
but
there. I could have rolled myself a fatter
he don't
joint,
last.
huh?
He works out at the plant.
You gonna pay
Fucker.
you what you want, though?
Because
Yeah.
Rudy's going to roll
Nice.
nothing.
You should have a minimum. Like, I don't leave
shut
the
up,
house,
Steve.
You know? You should have a don't leave the house for amount so they can't call you over and like.
I
watch
wish
you
this
for
shit
an
would
hour,
tell
an
me
hourly
who's
rate,
in this
you know?
room with us.
Like have a show up to the door price.
Shoot,
Then an
to the
hourly
door,
rate.
right.
Like, hey, as a plumber, that's what we do. It's $70 for us to walk
But
in the
see,
fucking door.
My aunt
See,
might-
most
my
of the
aunt might
people,
come
most of the
normal
people I do it for are really friends, basically. So I got to treat them a little differently than just, somebody to call me and hire me.
The best
They get the
friends,
friend price.
The best friends are the ones that pay you more than you.
Okay, this is
They're
fucked
the ones
up.
that really like you.
What? Okay, I'm about to
Difference.
find.
This is fucking crazy.
Uh-oh.
Dave, you aren't kidding. Because...
What, you're
oh
digging
my
it?
god, it's completely different.
Is it a
Completely?
It's way more flavor.
Get the
All
fuck
right.
out of here.
I
Can we
swear
tell
to
Cuddy
God.
can't actually smoke his and see
Oh,
if it's just time release?
I don't believe that.
See if it's a creeper?
No, it's
See
not
if
a
you
creeper.
It's really good?
What if it's because of the pre-roll?
Because
No.
it's sad?
If you just,
I rolled these...
No,
No.
that
I
had
rolled these at
that's
5
not-
o'clock.
No,
So
No,
mine's
they
gonna
sat
taste
for
different
2
from
hours.
mine, So mine tastes different than yours.
don't make that's not long enough to make a real. Now, if you said you rolled them last
These are the
night,
bigger
Yeah,
papers.
last night we did.
that would have
the
been a
small
difference.
No, you want
The
the, small
300s?
ones. Yeah, use
These
the
are the
small.
smallest.
Yeah, use the small. No, they're not.
The 300s aren't?
No.
These are smaller?
Yes.
I'm not used to these, man. This is what I buy. Is the 300s.
Yeah, and those are the whites.
These are, okay.
The single wides are
Those are
the
the
white
oranges.
size, and those are your oranges.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tiny. Hey, man.
I can't.
Hold on. But I can roll. My joint is so much fatter.
6 inches.
Like I got a nice little fat
yeah,
joint
so many
with
types
this.
of fucking.
If I rolled it into fucking like you did, it'd be the skinny, weird-looking thing like you got.
Thanks, man.
You
So if I
stand
go
with
last, do I
fat
not have to
shit in my
consider
hands,
it? Can I
man.
roll fucking cannon since you guys are all good?
I've always rolled little
No.
teeny joints because most of the time I used to
I'm
smoke
gonna
by
smoke it like I
myself all
normally
the
smoke,
time.
right? I'm a big dude. Roll 300 pounders joint.
Am I wrong?
Wrong about what?
Am I wrong?
Are you digging
What
it?
about this?
Yeah. Within the first fucking hit, I could tell it
Is it
was
still
different.
spicy? What do you taste?
I don't think it's quite as harsh as the first one.
It's more. It's got more flavor. Now again, it doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's a lot of myrcene and a lot of pepper, so it's a lot of carefully. Better carefully. Those are the two flavors I'm getting, but it's definitely there. A lot more than the fucking first joint was. I might give this a 6 because there's actually some flavor in the cough.
I think you're
Well, if
tripping.
you gave it a 5 and you're loving it, you're definitely giving it at least a 6.
I think you're
Well, not
tripping.
loving it. I'm just saying it's
He's
different.
tripping. You tripping, dude.
That don't taste no different to you.
Just minusculely, yes. Minusculely it does, but it's basically the same thing to me.
There's the musk.
And now out of
I
the
was
musk
just gonna
is
say, I
all
think
mercy.
Cut's onto it because I'm tasting musk.
It's myrcene.
I didn't taste musk originally. Cut, you're onto it, man. That
It's a
first hit
heavy
was musky.
myrcene. So if you don't feel this, you're not gonna feel it. This isn't no sativa. This is
Like
no
this
fucking.
bitch just
That's
got
what I was
back
just
from
getting
up north without a shower.
that was what I was just getting ready to say. I smoked the whole joint, and I've smoked maybe about a fourth of this, or a little less, and I'm still not that fucking high.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's still really smooth. It's still easy to hit. It's like not a.
Oh,
Not a
it's-
harsh weed at
I
all.
see the plant has budded a lot in the last few days.
Yeah, she's got about what is it? September. She got about 2 weeks left.
Mid-September.
Yeah, that looks
October,
good.
huh?
Yeah, mid-October at some point. Anyways, you still give it a 5?
Yeah,
I can give it a 5.5, 6. Because to me, it has a little more sting.
That ash is white.
Maybe
as fuck, though.
again,
Like,
I
definitely
rolled
puts the hell
one
out
of
of it.
the best buds there was by itself into a joint. Okay,
Fucking with your flushing process changes the taste, right? Their
Growing
ash is
it.
white as fuck, so they flush the hell out of shit.
they both. Well,
So you're not
depends
tasting
on
any chemicals,
again.
right?
It could be top buds, low buds. It could be different
Is that why
grower,
it's so
different
smooth?
plant.
Like sometimes the harshness is just they fucking got chemical taste.
It's
Well,
by
but,
batch.
but they shouldn't do that.
It's by batch.
I feel like
In the same way we do.
I got
If I cut down 4 plants, I don't separate the plants if they're deadheads.
So can that give you a
Right.
taste variation?
Sometimes,
plant to plant?
yes. It depends on the plant. Some deadheads are a little more lemony than the others, and some are a little more mercenary.
I'm not finding this pleasant at all at this point.
I know. I'm thinking like it might be less than a
In
5
fact, the
this
more
time. It
the
might
more
be a
I
4.
smoke this, the less I like it.
The more upset you are that you gotta smoke it again. Like, are
Yeah,
there other
that's-
weeds to smoke?
I was
tonight?
thinking I just got
I
spoiled
brought
with
some.
smoking all that King Jack last week because I was like,
This has got like
all last
So
week
after the foreman
smoking
threw a fit
and
and walked off
like,
the site today, the owner of the place who was just yelling at him about doing the job right asked us, he's like, too bad I can't give you guys a beer, but does anyone want to smoke a joint? He's like this old Hindu guy. We're like, well, we all smoke weed. Like, we have weed. Can we fire up a joint? And then they looked at me, they're like, you got a joint? I was like, I got 2. Should we smoke one?
You smoking with people?
At work, yeah.
You insane? Like passing a joint?
Guys I'm riding around in a fucking truck with all day. Guys I'm digging holes in
all
people's
right, that's
basements
fine.
with.
That's
Fucking
fine.
bleeding with.
That's different.
If they got fucking the virus, I got the virus.
Yeah, okay. We're passing a
But
joint.
we're gladiators.
That's a
There ain't no
different
fucking
world.
bitches.
I ain't
don't
passing
even
no
Virus
joints.
don't want us.
together.
No, I think that's just habit for me, so I don't get in the habit of passing it.
Eyes ain't passing no joints.
I just fuck it. Either way,
I really
I wear
had
my
nobody
mask
to
like all the time, except for probably the most important time, but at work, because I work in a blue collar field with a whole bunch of fucking super Trump-tarded motherfuckers, and like wearing a mask is like cardinal sin, you know, like
Really?
it's so political, like, which is interesting though, because all the dudes at top, like the bosses and shit where I work, are all about it. Like they're super liberal Jews, you know, like they're not fucking Trump tarts, you know.
do you think
They
it's
probably
any
know more
different?
about all the fucking
All right, so
political shit than anything.
this,
Just a crackhead?
I mean,
Did it get better or
there,
worse?
there was like 2 hits in the middle where I was like, okay.
Yeah, there's just
There-
like,
there was
but
a couple hits.
As you get,
They're
as
in
I
here?
get into
Am I
this,
to
it
the
starts
middle yet?
getting a
Should I
little
keep going?
harsher.
I started
Are
after.
you a fan of this one?
No,
No.
I would never buy this.
Look, I put it out, and I got
I would
this
never
much
buy
left.
this.
You
It's
sounded
like
excited.
a bad purple.
Oh, okay. We
It
can do
just-
that.
No,
That's
I
not
was
assault.
excited because it was amazing the difference to me in the flavor.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It was a little more flavorful.
yes.
Is this
But,
CBD?
the more I smoked it, the
Less
worse
you
it
like
got
the
to
flavor,
me.
yeah.
I liked it less and less.
Yeah.
Until I didn't like
Because
it.
Well,
it's getting
sober up
hot,
for the next
for
one.
one.
Smoke this.
Which is what tell.
This
I'm
is
pretty sure
straightening
this
you
is
out.
hydro.
Huh?
I'm gonna almost guess this is hydro.
You might be right.
It's got hot. Like when you get down to this point, it gets hot.
It does. It got the last one got hot.
Okay.
Hot.
Yeah.
And to me, that tells me it
But
burns.
it does
Is
burn
that like
clean.
more hollow? Like
Yeah,
less
hydro
fucking-
burns clean. But remember, it
Burns
just
hotter.
has less flavor. It has usually hydro has less complexity
Now,
to the flavor.
How does that work?
This
Because
does feel like
hydro's
less
all
flavor.
new. So, do they
It's-
flush it?
It's because you're giving the plant a.
If you-
you're basically injecting the plant with what you need or what you want instead of letting the plant decide what it wants.
Hydro can be some of the best weed if it's done right. But it's easy to do it wrong with hydro. Now, it's easy to maintain it, but everything has to be right for it to come out with good taste and a real apple buzz.
So now I'm feeling
And you
like
have to pick a good strain too for hydro. Everything doesn't lend itself to
Yeah,
hydro.
because 18
So
didn't work
would you
very
explain
well
the
on it.
pepper taste? Now I feel like I'm tasting what I thought was pepper, but it's like
That's-
tip of my tongue
Bet
tingly
it carefully.
taste. Tip of my tongue tingly. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Bet it
And that
carefully.
musky shit was like top of my mouth, like
That's
I'm on a
mercy.
camping
See,
trip.
that's
in
too
the
much
swamp.
shit going on. See, just give me some sweet
Yeah.
taste and a hell of a buzz.
That's
All
the
this-
thing. The sweetness is there's no sweetness in this,
No.
and you would
Well, I like
assume
the
with the
citrus
name
things that I get.
gelati,
I like the
And
fruity
Then
shit.
it would
This
be
was not
more
like-
candy-like
more
or
cream. I get maybe cream.
yeah.
The other one was way better than this. The first time we did this,
Yeah.
it was way better. Now, was it gelati or was it gelato?
No, it was this actual.
Fago
Same one?
is way
This
better
actual
than that.
gelati, yes. Just
So,
different time.
For
We
as
got
much
that
as they
'cause-
want
is this
gelatis, you
cookies?
can get 60 Fagos. I recommend 60 Fagos over the bag of gelato.
60
A month
what?
of 2 Fagos a day over fucking 3 days of
texture.
smoking shit weed.
Huh?
Weird texture.
Oh, the containers.
Yeah.
Is that how we do it? Is
All
that
right,
the
let me.
recommendation?
I don't know.
Let's go. I'll go get something.
Is
I got
Fagos gonna
this,
endorse me for that?
You got
Take
what?
60 Fagos.
I ain't got much. I got
60
some super
Fagos.
lemon haze.
Some what?
Sounds good.
Super lemon haze.
Where'd that come from?
A friend of mine, and it's hydro too, so we'll be able to kind of get a grip on the
I haven't
hydro.
had any super lemon haze in a couple of years.
Hell yeah.
2-time award-winning super lemon.
Oh yeah, at one
I feel
time
like
it was
I have.
a lot of people wanted that.